Hello everyone, and welcome back to today's video. So today I'm going to be making a bit of fan art for the amazing world of Gumball. So recently a trend on Instagram was to draw these two as humans, because normally they're very cartoonified, very cute. If you're not sure who or what the amazing world of Gumball is, it's a cartoon from Cartoon Network, and it is personally one of my favorite cartoons. I loved watching it growing up. And Gumball and Darwin, which are the two main characters mostly, are such great joys and laughs. It's definitely a cartoon or just a show in general that everyone can watch. It's family friendly, but anyone in the family can watch it. So, everyone will enjoy it. And I was a huge fan of Amazing World of Gumball. In fact, one of my first wants, to be an animator, was to work on Amazing World of Gumball because I love the animation. There are so many different styles in the show. They use 2D animation, 3D animation. They use, house models from real life. It's just really interesting how they do all of the effects. And so I wanted to go down a bit of a nostalgia trip and just draw my favorite characters in my style. And I also tried something different in this piece, as you saw a bunch of different colors on Gumball's face, which, by the way, I'm drawing Gumball right now. He's the blue cat. I wanted to make the faces be more quote-unquote realistic, so I've been trying out color zones in a few of my art pieces of recently, and I think it's been working out. I think it gave a little bit more life to Gumball's face. Once I actually do some rendering and do some color modes, do the final tweaks and stuff, I think it ends up, being very cohesive. And then here I am working on Darwin, which is the orange fish, and just trying something out, trying something new. Once I do all the blending, the shading, and actually making it, look a bit more natural, I think it ends up turning out really colorful. I am using my more painterly style in this video, so I didn't do line art. I just went straight from my sketch, and then I cleaned it up using the eraser tool on Procreate, which, by the way, I'm using Procreate, and then I just did base colors and flat colors, and I thought this was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed doing this, actually, but one thing I really wanted to improve on is drawing afros and just more detailed curly hair, because I kind of struggled with Darwin on his hair, and you'll see me kind of finesse it as the speed paint goes on. So I just really enjoyed rendering this piece. It did take a while. I believe it took about 4 hours in total work time, but it was a really enjoyable experiences, and I don't really mind. I definitely recommend watching Amazing World of Gumball. In my personal opinion, it's one of the best kids shows, for maybe teenagers, sort of, maybe starting at around age 10 or so, but it's a really good show, and it's really funny. There's a lot of random jokes, and I also think the naming conventions of all the episodes is really interesting. A pattern you'll notice with a lot of the Amazing World of Gumball title cards is it always has the, and then whatever the episode is about. So it's really interesting how, at least with all the episodes I've watched, and I think I've watched a good chunk of all of the seasons, or just most of the episodes or cartoons that they have, it always starts with the, usually. And I think that's a cool way to pattern a show. I've watched a lot of cartoons personally because I just enjoy them more than any other part of TV, versus reality or sports. I just like cartoons. I think they're fun. I think they're fresh. And it's a really cool way to sort of make a cartoon feel similar to itself, to constantly be reinventing your own episodes. And I just think it's really cool. It's personally one of my favorite cartoons. I could probably ramble about certain episodes for years. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the process a bit more as we're just, wrapping up this video. When I do my painterly style, I do everything on one layer. So everything you'll be seeing from this entire speed paint, I basically merge all of the layers together, and I just render all in one layer using my brush that I made in Procreate. It's a custom brush that I made, and I just find it's really fun. I actually ended up cleaning up this piece a lot more than I thought I would. And I really like how the shading on their sweaters/shirts turned out for both Gumball and Darwin. I think it's really fun, and it just makes everything look really slay. But yeah, you may not see a ton of movement in this part because I am, cleaning up the little details. You can see me putting in his afro curls here. But just, bit by bit I clean up everything, and it makes a very enjoyable process. I feel like it's been a while since I did just a speed paint video with a voiceover, and that's because I've been working on a lot of things traditionally mostly. You will be seeing more digital videos from me, but I've been enjoying the sort of getting away from my iPad. So I think it's definitely great that I've taken a bit of a break. Sorry. But yeah, as we're wrapping up this speed paint here, I'm putting in the final details. And I also did Darwin's pupils differently than I did Gumball's. I gave him a white pupil instead of my normal like black ones. And I think it gives some differentiality. So yeah, I think that's the word. But yeah, I'm gonna add in the final highlights, background details, just the coloring here, and I put in their little like most memorizable traits. Here I am doing the outline. So in these last few seconds, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to ask, what's your favorite cartoon, or did you enjoy Amazing World of Gumball when it was running? I hope you all are having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!